Hi, I'm Bill Myers, and this is another one of my video tips of the week. In this week's video tip, we're going to talk about how everything you do on the web is tracked, recorded, stored, and often sold to companies who use your private surfing activities for their own gain. For example, if you search the web for a medical condition or symptom, that search could potentially be used by your insurance provider to raise your rates, or it can be used by advertisers to market medical products to you. In some cases, your searches and web activities can be provided to law enforcement groups who can use it against you in a court of law. And of course, almost every site uses cookies to track your visit and save information about you, and often that information is shared with other sites. And finally, your local internet provider can store information about every site you visit, every search term you use, every ad you click. The good news is there are ways to prevent this. The easiest is to use a privacy browser, one that hides your identity and IP address, blocks cookies, deletes browser history, and is behind a virtual private network. There are several browsers that can do this, and one of the best is the free Epic privacy browser. With Epic, you download and install once, and then whenever you want to surf the web in privacy, you use the Epic browser instead of your normal browser. There's nothing else to install, no changes to make to your computer or your network. Just start Epic and use as you would as any browser. Let me show you how it works. First, you want to go to the Epic browser site at epicbrowser.com. From there, you can download the Epic browser, but before we do, let me show you why you might want to. Let's say that you visit YouTube or any other video sharing site. When you get there, you might do a search or you might watch videos. Now, you probably know that YouTube is going to store your video watch history and use that to show you other videos in the future. You may not know that YouTube also stores a lot more information, as does a lot of other sites. If you're using the Chrome browser and have it in developer mode, you can see what cookies are being stored. I'll show you. This is developer mode. I've clicked the application tab, come to cookies and click cookies, and here are just a few of the cookies that are being stored by YouTube. You can see that it's storing quite a bit of information there. There's nothing wrong with storing cookies. It actually helps you surf the web and it helps you see what you want to see, but you need to know that the cookies are there. Every site does this, and like I say, some sites share those cookies. In addition, they share history information and a lot of other things. If you use the Epic privacy browser, though, none of that will be stored on your computer, none of it will be shared with your internet provider, or will show up in your history files. When you get to the Epic site, you can download it immediately, or if you're interested in how Epic works, it tells you why privacy is important, and then it tells you how Epic protects you. It's important to remember that Epic is totally free, and it's rated by PC Magazine and most other sites that track this kind of thing as the best choice in privacy browsers. So anyway, the way it works is you download Epic and install it. The good news is that Epic looks and runs exactly like Google Chrome, so if you're using Chrome as your browser, you'll find it easy to use Epic. Once you download and install it and you start it up, it looks like this. It looks like a regular browser, and there really isn't anything you need to do. Now, you can set it as the default browser if you like, but in most cases you probably don't want to do that because there are other things that a good browser will do that Epic is not going to be able to help you with. For example, in some cases, having history and bookmarks and things like that is really useful. Now, up here in the right hand corner, you'll see that there's a little bright red thing. If you click that, it allows you to turn on the encrypted proxy. You can choose where you want your browser to show sites that you're coming from. For example, you can tell that you're in the US West Coast or you're in the US East Coast, or if it's sites that block visitors from a certain country. Say there's a video site that you want to view, but you can't view it in the United States. You can tell your browser to show the site that you're coming from, Germany or France or whatever country you want. So you can leave that on and you're in good shape. And then to browse, you just enter the URL of the site that you want to visit. We'll go to YouTube. And on YouTube, it tells us down here that the 2 trackers are blocked. And if we view anything on YouTube, it'll tell us how many trackers are blocked. Now, if you're normally visiting YouTube, you'll probably see videos here that are related to your own search history or viewing history. But when you're using Epic browser, it's not going to show you that. It's going to show you the default view because it doesn't know who you are or where you're coming from. And then as you view the different videos, it tells you the trackers are blocked, which is really nice. On some sites when you visit, you'll see that it's blocking 10 or 20 or 30 trackers. It's really nice that it's doing this. Now, the one thing is, it's not going to have you automatically signed in. It's not going to sign you into your email program or anything else that you're doing online because it's not storing cookies, it's not storing history or anything else like that. But Epic works pretty much like any other browser. You just enter the URL or you do a search term, a search for my name. And when you do, it shows you the search results. And these search results are coming from Google, but again, it's not tracking you, so you can do all the searches you want. You can click images. The images are coming from Bing. It tells you down here the trackers are blocked. So anyway, this is the Epic privacy browser, and like I said before, you can get it by going to epicbrowser.com. Once you install it, there's really not anything to do except for to use it when you want to do private searching. Thought you might be interested in knowing about this. I'm Bill Myers. This has been another one of my video tips of the week. You can find more like this at www.bmyers.com.